Welcome to Lions News Fan Report, your home for the freshest updates, insider perspectives, and deep dive analysis on our beloved Detroit Lions. This is where you get the real story, the strategic breakdowns, and everything you need to stay ahead of the game. The Lions are sitting in a position they haven't experienced in decades. We're not just competitive anymore, we're legitimate Super Bowl contenders, and that changes everything about how this organization operates. While most fans are laser-focused on Sunday Night Football against Philadelphia, there's something happening behind the scenes that could shape the future of this franchise for years to come. I'm talking about the kind of chess moves that Brad Holmes and this front office have become masters at executing. The kind of moves that turned us from laughingstock to powerhouse. Saturday's college football slate isn't just entertainment for us right now. It's a scouting goldmine, and the Lions will have eyes everywhere, evaluating talent that could be wearing Honolulu blue in 2026. And let me tell you, there's one name that keeps surfacing in conversations, one prospect whose trajectory this season has been nothing short of spectacular, and whose skill set fits exactly what Detroit needs to maintain this championship window we've worked so hard to open. Before I dive into the specifics, let me paint you a picture of where we are as a franchise. The Lions and Eagles have established themselves as two of the most intelligent, forward-thinking organizations in the entire NFL. Our success isn't accidental. It's the result of meticulous scouting, aggressive talent acquisition, and a willingness to make bold moves when the moment is right. That's why this Sunday's matchup is so significant, but it's also why Saturday's college games matter just as much for our long-term trajectory. Now, let's talk about the secondary. Our defense has been outstanding this season, but championship teams are always thinking 2-3 years ahead. You don't wait until you have a problem to address it. You identify elite talent early, you track their development, and when the opportunity presents itself, you strike. That's exactly what I believe is happening right now with a certain cornerback out of LSU who has taken the college football world by storm this season. Mansour Delane transferred from Virginia Tech after his junior season, and he was already one of the most sought-after prospects in the transfer portal. But what he's done at LSU this year has elevated his stock to an entirely different stratosphere. We're talking about a player who currently holds the 5th best Pro Football Focus grade among 9 qualifying cornerbacks in college football. Let that sink in for a moment. Out of nearly 1,000 corners, this guy ranks 5th. That's not just good, that's elite territory. And here's what makes this so intriguing from a Lions perspective. Delane embodies everything this coaching staff values. He's a technician who does his job, stays disciplined in coverage, and doesn't try to do too much. Sound familiar? That's the exact profile of defensive backs who thrive in Aaron Glenn's system, and it's the same mentality that has made our defense one of the most feared units in the league. The production backs up the grades, too. Delane has 1 interception this season and has tied his career best with 8 pass deflections. Those numbers might not jump off the page initially, but context matters. In today's college football, where offenses are throwing the ball 40 to 50 times a game, having 8 pass deflections means quarterbacks are testing you, and you're winning those battles consistently. That's exactly what NFL scouts want to see. Now here's where it gets complicated, and this is where Brad Holmes' genius comes into play. Based on current projections, Delane is being mocked as a top 10 pick in the 2026 NFL Draft. The Lions, assuming we continue this playoff trajectory, will be picking somewhere in the late 20s or early 30s. That means if Detroit wants Delane, they're going to have to get aggressive and trade up. And honestly, after watching this front office work magic year after year, I wouldn't put it past them. Think about the moves Holmes has already made. Trading up for Jamison Williams, the aggressive pursuit of talent that fits our culture and system. This organization doesn't shy away from bold decisions when they identify a difference maker. And Delane has all the markers of being exactly that kind of player. He's got the size, the instincts, the technical proficiency, and most importantly, the production against elite competition in the SEC. Saturday's game against Arkansas is going to be crucial for scouts evaluating Delane. The Razorbacks have some talented receivers, and this will be another opportunity for him to showcase his abilities on a big stage. The Tigers kick off at 12:45 p.m. Eastern, and you can bet every NFL team with secondary needs will have multiple scouts in attendance. This is the time of year when draft stocks rise and fall, and one dominant performance can cement a player's position as a first-round lock. What excites me most about the possibility of Delane in a Lions uniform is how he would fit into our long-term defensive vision. We've built something special on that side of the ball, and maintaining that excellence requires constant talent infusion. Our current cornerback room is solid, but championship teams are always looking to add premium talent at premium positions. Corner is one of those positions where you can never have too much depth or too much quality. Imagine a scenario where Delane is lining up opposite our current corners, giving Aaron Glenn even more flexibility in coverage schemes. The versatility would be incredible. We could play more aggressive man coverage, we could disguise coverages better, and we could put even more pressure on opposing quarterbacks, knowing our back end is locked down. That's the kind of defensive evolution that takes a great unit and makes it historically dominant. There's still a lot of football to be played, both in college and in the NFL playoffs. Draft positions will shift, player evaluations will evolve, and the scouting process will reveal new information. But right now, in mid-December 2025, Mansour Delane represents exactly the kind of prospect that should be on Detroit's radar. He's a high-character player who transferred to a bigger program and immediately elevated his game. He's producing at an elite level against the best competition in college football. And he fits the exact profile of what this coaching staff values in defensive backs. Brad Holmes has earned our trust with his draft decisions. From Aiden Hutchinson to Jammer Gibbs to Brian Branch, this front office has consistently identified and acquired impact talent. If they decide that Delane is worth trading up for, I'm going to trust that evaluation. And if they determine that the cost is too high and they can find similar value later in the draft, I'll trust that too. That's the luxury of having a front office that has proven it knows what it's doing. The beauty of where we are as a franchise right now is that we're not desperate. We're not reaching for players to fill glaring holes. We're strategically adding talent to maintain and extend our championship window. That's a completely different mindset, and it's one that only successful organizations get to operate from. We've earned this position through years of smart decisions, and now we get to be aggressive in pursuing the players we believe can keep us at this elite level. So as we prepare for Sunday Night Football against the Eagles, don't forget about what's happening on Saturday. College football isn't just entertainment right now. It's a preview of our future. And if Mansour Delane continues on his current trajectory, there's a very real possibility that he could be the next cornerstone piece in Detroit's championship puzzle. I want to hear from you in the comments. Do you think the Lions should be aggressive and trade up for an elite corner like Delane? Or would you rather see us stay put and take the best available player at our natural draft position? What positions do you think we need to prioritize in the 2026 draft? Drop your thoughts below because I read every single comment and I love hearing your perspectives on these strategic decisions. If you enjoyed this breakdown and want to stay on top of all the latest Lions news, rumors, and in-depth analysis, make sure you're subscribed to Lions News Fan Report and hit that notification bell. This is where you get the insider perspective, the strategic breakdowns, and the passion of a true Lions fan who lives and breathes this team every single day. Share this video with your fellow Lions fans because the more we grow this community, the stronger our voice becomes. I'll see you in the next video with more exclusive updates from the world of Detroit Lions football. 1. Pride.